Hi, I'm looking at a Honda today. This car's been booked in for the shock absorbers, or the struts, on the front, or at least one of them. We usually do them as a pair. The ladies had it advised on their MOT the last time. However, these are new, so this is where I come into this. So I don't want to change them because they're new and they don't have any extra bounce on it. Everything's clean, there's no leaks. They look like new. It drives fine, there's no knocks and stuff, so I've given it a quick check over. But that can really get in the way of how you plan your diary, for the day. If you think you've got a couple of shock absorbers or springs to do, and maybe you'll see something else whilst you're there, like a drop link or a ball joint track rod end, and you think you'll give yourself enough hours to do it, and well, clearly they've been done. Maybe the customer forgot that they've had them done for whatever reason, but they're definitely not original. They look too new to be original, so certain things like that. So a lot of the time when I do a quick check over, I price up the job and just get a job out of it. But it's on days like this where it could leave you with no work, or a lot less than you'd planned, that you're going to not be making money that day through no fault of your own. So I think I'm going to have to start charging to check the car. If you're not sure what your car needs, I'll check it, but I have to charge. But a lot of people are saying, well, you can go to the garage. They don't charge to do a quick check on it. It's like, but I have to drive out to somebody, so it's a bit different. I can't do that for free. And also I think I've got my diary planned. They've probably got a few mechanics in the garage, and there's enough work between them to just get on with stuff anyway. If they get a little extra job that day or not, they're probably okay with, they might squeeze it in, but for me, because I'm on my own, I'm the only one doing the work, so I have to plan the diary carefully. That one thing is, you've got to have enough work that you can keep going and stay in business. The other thing is, you don't want to be overbooking the diary and then you let people down. If you get a reputation for letting people down, it's not going to do you any favours. You want to be known as being reliable. But I also don't want to be known as putting stuff on a car that's not needed, costing somebody money that they don't need to spend, and you want to be trustworthy as well. So that's what this video is about, kind of checking the car over. And I know a lot of people don't like to pay for the check over, but if they've kind of messed up your plans for the diary, and you might not be able to get somebody else from another day forward and stuff like that, doesn't always work that way. They might be working today, the stuff you have planned for the next few days. You could be all busy doing something else, so I can't do it for free, because there's a lot of times I do that. I'll do the check over for free, and that's what this is all about. I'm trying to learn from my business, because it's kind of new. I did something after 3 months of a business about, I was glad I did it, but then at the end of the year you realise you've actually not been making that much money when you add up all the expenses and you look at what you've brought in, and then you try and improve on it and see where have I been going wrong. Well, this is one area that I'm going wrong, doing free checks. People are happy to pay for a diag, some people aren't even happy for that. If it's electrical, an engine light, ABS or airbag, they're happy to pay you. Some people aren't. They say, I'm not paying for you to plug it in and just read a code, which isn't a diag, that's a code read. But I find that when it comes to a knocking noise, people are less likely to want to pay you just to check that. They're like, no, I know it needs it, just do it. Well, it doesn't need it. So I don't want to go that way. I don't want to be known as putting parts on a car that aren't needed just because that's what you arranged for me to do. But it does, working on the diary is important, because you have to stay in business, otherwise you're going to have to get a job working for somebody else. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the day. I'll do a check over on this. That's all I can do, and just charge for a check over. But it's still kind of messed up the day a little bit. Just my thought on the day, running a diary when there's just one of you. You haven't got a team of people to catch up on the work or help out, or it's just one of you. When you're driving all over to get the cars, you're not making money either. So a couple of things, I don't charge for driving out, but I try and stay in the town that I'm in now. I just have a minimum of 1 hour. The first hour is the minimum that I do, so I think that's what I'll do here. I'll give it a check over and charge an hour, but they may as well have just gone for their MOT to see what it fails on this time, because like I say, this is all, they may have had the work done and forgot all about it, I don't know, but it's definitely got new parts on the car. And yeah, if you've got any thoughts on, if you're a sole trader working on your own, running a diary, and if you've had any problems, or even in a garage, or different situations, it may not be in a garage at all, but putting parts on a car that aren't needed, what are your thoughts on it? I don't do it, but if you think you should because somebody's booked it in, if you leave stuff in the comments, I'll be interested to see on other people's ideas of how they cope with this. Thanks for watching.